So we're obviously thrilled with the win. It was kind of a back and forth affair, and I thought that we actually played in the second half pretty solidly, except for giving up offensive rebounds when we didn't do a good job blocking out in our zone. So I thought for the most part we limited their shots. Other than those offensive rebounds, we started to limit dribble penetration. We contested a lot of shots, and all that being said, I thought they did a good job to at one point get the lead back, and then we quickly regained the lead. Questions?
You said it at lunch that you needed Ron. Is this the Ron Curry you want to see?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We talk a lot about him, what we think we need from him, but I think leadership and moxie, some toughness, some grit, and I think he showed all of that tonight. He played a lot of minutes, didn't go out very much. And he was aggressive, and we knew we were going to go to him on the last couple plays. We were going to play through him. He did that a lot last year, and he came through a number of times. I say to my group all the time, we need to be consistent, and we really need that from Ron because he's a junior, and I think he's a really talented young guy, and he just needs to be consistent.
Is there any doubt that the ball was going to not go through him for that last play?
Well, with 3 seconds to go, we tried to run something else, but we had a different lineup in that we had been practicing with here for a week because of our injuries. So I think the yo-yo made a really nice play on the pitch back to Ron. It is something we had in all of last year, that pitch back play. And we also have something to the rim, but we hadn't worked on the rim with that lineup, so we couldn't quite get into that.
I think given the way the game against UVA went and that you're down, so many players coming into this game, was this just a victory you really needed for this group?
No, I think this was a character win. I think for our team, we were certainly exhausted, and I thought Yvonne did a terrific job. He hadn't played any on the wing at all offensively. Our goal was to play him strictly at 4 and let him be a matchup problem, kind of like we did with Andrei Semenov. And today we were running him through some sets, a few sets to move him on the wing, and he did a really good job. He gave us a great lift.
Coming into the season, you had talked about how much depth this team was going to have, and I thought that was going to be a strength, and here we are, you're playing a 7-man rotation.
Yeah, it has rapidly become a weakness, and I did think it was a strength of our group. And at some point, I think that we will, but we now have 4 guys that were really significant players for our basketball program that didn't. I mean, one didn't. Joey McLean doesn't play because of an injury. He's going to be out for a couple more games, we think. And Hari was limited by his injury, and 2 other guys that are basically starters. So we're without some good guys, some good players. And when we get everybody back, knock on wood, I like where this group can go.
For Joey, what's his diagnosis?
Yeah, he just has a stress reaction, and I'm not sure if it's his right or his left, but the hope is, the optimism in that put a walking boot on him and not completely limit all of the weight bearing, but make sure that we take a lot of it off of it. And the hope is 7, 8, 9 days. We're hoping to maybe get him back next Monday. That would probably be very optimistic.
And then for Hari,
Yeah, I don't know. I am eager to learn, the significance of his injury, but I don't know that yet.
He had his right ankle tamed. Was he dealing with anything coming into this game?
Well, we held him out. We held him out for 2 weeks, almost no longer than 2 weeks, because of a stress reaction in one of his knees, and we thought that had cleared up. And I'm hopeful that it's not his knee. I was told that it was his ankle, but I don't know that for sure. When he first started limping, I thought it was his knee, and if it's his knee, I'm very concerned. But if it's his ankle, I think maybe that'll be a sprain, and maybe that's only a week or 2. You never know. You never know. But with my luck, I'm sure it'll be a month. So we'll see.
Yeah, how big is it just to get Tom back on Wednesday?
Say it again.
Tom Mandanovich getting him back.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Tom plays with great energy. He's got a great motor, and he's a tough guy. I mean, he would have certainly helped us in this game because he's really good on the glass, and that's an area we got hurt tonight.
shot selection, you think it was a lot more evenly dispersed through the court tonight?
Yeah, I still didn't love it in the first half, and we have a couple guys that got real excited. One pass shots. But again, it's some of the new guys, and I think it'll get better. I think our older guys are doing a good job. It's the guys that are new to JMU basketball, that are excited to be out there, and they're trying to show what they can do. But we got 4 months to show it.
Yohani gets 4 fouls tonight, fouled out Friday night. Is it something that you might speak to him about?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? He's a physical guy, and what he's got to do is fight for position before the guy gets the ball, whether or in man or in zone. And what happens is he gets tired and he gives up position, and the ball gets thrown in the lane, and now he's playing from behind. It's not really what we want to do, and that's really the genesis of those fouls. He's playing behind an offensive player, and sometimes it's quicker guys, and he does pick up fouls.
Coach, I want to bounce back to Ron for a second. He obviously scored more points tonight, 20-2 compared to Friday, but he was so efficient tonight. Did he approach the game any differently? I mean, shooting 6 for 9 is obviously a great number.
Well, I think Ron was really disappointed, in how he played against Virginia. Certainly, he's disappointed in our team's outcome on Friday night. But Ron's a prideful guy. He doesn't talk a lot, but he was going about his business like he was going to be a force tonight, and that's kind of what he can be. I mean, he was used the word efficient, 6 for 9 from the field. 4 assists, only 1 turnover, and to handle the ball against full court pressure all game long, play that many minutes, only have 1 turnover, that's a big key for us. And we only had 11. We only had 2 in the second half. I thought that was really one of the keys to the game, the fact we limited turnovers to 2 in the second half. Okay, thanks, guys.